For months now, we've been challenged by the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Life is no longer just, quote, normal. Events involving groups of people have been eliminated, restaurants have been devastated by their closures, and the church no longer meets within the context of four walls. It's all very challenging, and it's difficult to navigate. We've now been basically asked to close down or lock down again and to suspend all activities that would promote the spread of this deadly disease. Recently, the Bishop of the United Methodist Church for Michigan has also asked that we suspend all in-person worship and activities, and yes, that does include the Advent season, and this is to be done through the end of 2020. This will be the first time I can ever remember on a Christmas Eve that I will not be in church surrounded by family and friends. It's going to be very different. But I want to remind you of something that Jesus told us in the book of Matthew in chapter 16. Jesus said, "And I tell you, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it." We're reminded that you and I, we are the church, and nothing will ever prevail over that. Not COVID-19 or any of the other issues that we face in the world today. These times today are much like in the early church, where the world was trying to extinguish the message of Christian hope. Today, many factors in the world are trying to remove any sense that we have of hope from the message of faith in who Jesus Christ is. Let me remind you that now is not the time to be overwhelmed by the negative pressures of this world, but instead to remain faithful, to be positive, always pressing forward with the hope of Christ as the early church did. At Rosebush United Methodist Church, we have a great life-changing message that the rest of the world and our community need to hear, and they also need to see us living it out. With all of these different things in mind, I would like to clarify some of the changes that are going to be in place through the end of 2020. First of all in-person gatherings, worship services, and meetings and so forth will be suspended through the end of the year. Now, this does include our Advent activities as well as our Christmas Eve service. However, here's what we will be doing. First of all, I want you to make note of the two websites that are on the screen in front of you. These are the two websites that we have as a church. One is more general, the rosebushumc.com, and the other one is more specifically targeted toward our teaching ministry, toughquestionsforgod.org. All of the updates that we have as a church will be posted on the homepage of these two websites. Please share these websites with others and with your family and friends. Take a look at them on a daily basis to make sure you're aware of all the latest changes and things that are happening in the life of your church. Now, we will also continue our Facebook Live broadcast on Sunday mornings at 11:30. However, we've had some technical issues with it. There will be a link on both of those websites posted where if you're having problems with the technology, you're having problems with the message that's live on Sunday morning, simply go to one of those websites and click the link that'll be on the homepage, and there you'll be able to watch the message in its entirety from YouTube. Also, in the church parking lot at 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings, as well as Christmas Eve, we will have a live broadcast that you can dial into and listen really from the comfort of your own car. So bring your coffee and pull into the parking lot, dial into 90.1 and sit back and relax, and we'll have a worship service and a time of meeting in that fashion. I want to remind you that today especially we need to remember that we have to all stay positive, we need to stay strong, and we need to remember that we are the light of Christ to a very dark and depressed world at this point. Hang in there. We're all going to get through this together, and I just pray that you and your families will be blessed, even though times are difficult. Thanks, and God bless.